Draw the arms out in front of you. Gentle energy through the arm bones as well through the leg bones. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, begin right at the pubic bone. Draw the pubic bone towards the belly button. Articulate down, scoop the lower abdomen, roll down through the spine. Inhale. Exhale, draw the arms right above the shoulders, and then chest lift. Draw the chin towards the belly button. Roll up, articulating through the vertebrae to come up, neutral spine. Exhale. Articulate through the lower abdominals first, the thoracic spine, and then lower down, cervical. Exhale. Draw the arms right above the shoulders. Tuck the chin, draw up, and exhale. Roll down. Three more. If these are not particularly feeling challenging for you, just go ahead and do it without a towel or a bolster behind you. Last time, and pause. Reach behind you, grab the bolster or blankets, and really snug it right against your sacrum. Energy again through the legs. You can flex or point the feet. We're going to draw the arms up and then scoop at the lower abdominals, drawing the pubic bone towards the belly button. Kind of curving the low spine under, sinking and hollowing the abdominals back towards the spine. And then open the chest, relax the shoulders, and then draw the ears back. If this feels like work, stay. If this does not feel like work, we're going to pop a leg and then drop it down and pop and drop and pop and drop. How much can you really allow the upper body and pelvis to be really solid as you move the leg? Can this be its own entity? 3, 2, 1. Pause and pulse this. Really squeezing this section here. Working the psoas and that deep part of the V. Deep part of the lower abdominals, right on the inside of the hip. Good. 3, 2, 1. Lower it down, and then roll down. And release. Relax for a moment. Draw the arms up over the head. Exhale, draw the arms over the shoulders. Chest lift, and roll up. And come into that lower Pilates scoop, really scooping in the lower abdominals, drawing the pelvis up and under you. Either hold here and enjoy, relax the shoulders, draw the neck back, draw the skull right on top of it. Stay here or pop the other leg. Drawing it up and down and up and down. Really trying to keep this completely solid. If you ever feel it in your low back, you want to just hold this. 2, 1, pause, and then pulse. Little pulses, really toning the lower abdominals right on the inside of that hip. 3, 2, 1, lower it down, and then roll down. And release. You can always stay here or come on up. Exhale, draw the arms right over the shoulders. Roll up. Bend the knees. Plant the feet just gently and make sure that the bolster is really kissing the sacrum. Scoop. Really draw, kind of activate and sink the space of the abdomen right in between the belly button and the pubic bone, as if it's kind of hollowing out, like a greyhound tummy. It's hollowing back towards the lumbar vertebrae. If that's confusing, try to relax your belly and make this shape. It's tricky. From here, we're going to go into a full teaser. So really see if you can anchor the sacrum, like right on the top of the sacrum, that bone at the base of the lumbar vertebrae, into your towel or bolster. Scoop out here, relax through the throat and shoulders, arms straight. If this feels like work, great, stay. This is great. Otherwise, see if you can straighten a leg and then lower it away from you. Maybe you want to stay here. And then bend a knee and straighten the other leg and then lower it away from you and hold there. Otherwise, bend both knees, drift them into the sky. Exhale. Scoop. Find that neutral spine. Draw the shoulders back. And then send the legs out long. And then send them just a little bit away. And smile. Energy through the arms and through the legs. And then lower down. Come onto the knees. You can have the bolster, you can have towels, put more on top. Take the flesh of the calf and move it outwards. Draw the toes back. Option 1. Take this and actually just put it on the inside, right under, on the underside of your heels. And then draw the hands back and open the thighs. Otherwise, see if you can actually keep the knees on the floor. Supports behind you. It can be as high or as low. Doesn't matter. Make sure that the toes are facing back. From here, find the sitting bones so that the vertebrae can be neutral as they lower down. Come onto a forearm, and then come onto another forearm, and then lower down. Relax the back of the head into your support. Open the arms. Really relax the belly. There are 2 different ways to come out of this. You can either come out of it the way that you came in, coming back onto the forearms and rising up, or you can release one foot and bring the legs back. Whatever feels safe. And then rise up. Come on out. If you'd like, you can keep this here. We're going to come onto our side. This can be helpful, like so. We're going to bend both knees and be propped up on our hand. If you have a wrist pathology, I'd recommend getting a towel or something, or a pillow, and just laying down and placing it between the bicep and the ear. Otherwise, you can just remove the bolster and come onto your side. Draw the knees just behind the front of the hip. Place the top hand on the floor to help balance. Try not to sink and collapse out in the shoulder. Keep lifted in the lower torso. From here, extend the top leg straight and flex that foot if that feels good. Otherwise, point it. And lower it down and lift. And then lower it down and lift. How much can you stay really stacked in the hips? You'll notice if the down or the up might feel easier. You might enjoy one more than the other. And then stay up and extended. Keep the leg lifted and really extended. You can hold it here or do small circles. Like you have a paintbrush on the base of your heel and you're drawing little circles. And then go the other way. If you're not experiencing a burn, keep going. We're going to pause and draw that leg forward. Keep it lifted if you can. Draw it down and then draw it up. Draw it down, draw it up. Really trying to stay stacked here. Remembering that the body can go so much farther than the mind thinks it can. And then keep it lifted. And then slowly lower it down. And twist away from that leg. And then bend both knees and twist away. Come back. Come into table. Hands right under shoulders. Kneecaps directly under the pointy bones of the hips. And arch the spine. And press the belly button towards the floor. Flower the crown of the head and the tailbone towards the sky. And exhale. Arch the spine like a scared cat. Two or three more. And you can come into a child's pose from here or a down dog. Curling the toes under or sending the hips back to child's. Curl the toes under, press the heels down towards the ground. Really press the hands into the floor. Draw the eyes, the elbows towards one another. Send the tailbone up. Surrender the head. And then draw the rib cage in neutral, right over the pelvis. Press equally through the legs as you do the arms. Spread the fingers and the toes. Notice what's happening. Notice what's opening. Notice what's working. Or notice what's screaming. Just notice. And then come back to the knees and over to the other side. Drawing the knees in front. Draw the underhand to the ear. Flap, flap, flap. There we go. Top hand helps to balance. And then send that leg away. lift, and then lower. Keep energy out through the leg. Trying to keep stacked in the pelvis. And then suspend and little circles. And little circles the other way. And then if you can, keep it lifted, draw it a little bit more in front. Keep energy through the legs, keep the pelvis stacked as much as you can. And then draw it down and lift. Lower, suspend. Can the tempo be equal when you go down as to when you rise up? Suspend. And then lower down and twist away. And bend both knees. Anchor them away as you twist the other way. Inhale and exhale. And then come onto your belly. Legs about hip distance apart. Arms out. Draw the face and neck up. And then lift and kind of flare energetically through the arms. Draw the scapula towards one another. Energy out through the elbows and fingers. Keep long in the lumbar, anchoring the pubic bone and hip bones equally into the ground. Exhale, send the arms back. Inhale, draw the arms back. Exhale, draw the arms back. Inhale, draw the arms outwards. Notice and kind of how much can you let yourself enjoy the experience of working and firing the mid-back. It can often be a tricky zone. If you want to, play with sending the arms forward, outward, and then backward. Really playing with a nice, yummy, enjoyable thoracic extension of the upper body. Not allowing it to get to a point where it's feeling pinchy. Enjoying the burn. And then lower down, arms outward. Legs again about neutral. Hips distance apart. If you can, spread the toes and anchor them into the floor. If not, who cares? Inhale. Draw the back of the head up. Send the arms back. Inhale. Draw up again. And just hold and pause. You can stay here, or draw the elbows now under the shoulders and lift up. Anchor the base of the scapula downward and draw the ears back. stay here. Or begin by pressing through one leg, lift, lower, and then press to the other, lift, and lower, and press, lift, lower, and lift, and lower, and lift, and lower, and lift, and lower. Last one, lift, and lower, and then lift, and lower. Here you can stay, or you can come on down, or maybe you want to straighten your arms. Really send the base of the scapula down, send the pubic bone forward, draw the heart through the shoulders, draw the ears back, like a lizard sunning itself. Really press through the spine. Here we're giving the vertebrae a little squeeze, which is actually, they've been able to prove, an amazing antidepressant. Just playing and exploring. And then slowly, slowly lower back down. Send one arm out. That opposite hand plants on the ground next to you, right by the shoulder. And open the front of the chest. Relax the head on the ground. Palm down, palm face down. If you don't feel an opening in the front of the shoulder here, you can always lift the arm up. I'm not a huge fan of sending the arm back. I've seen a lot of people injure themselves that way, but if you do that with your body often, go for it. Use the lever into the bent arm hand to assist in opening the opposite front of the shoulder. You can stay as long as you'd like. Otherwise, begin to slowly transition. And other arm out. Relax the head down. Bend the other elbow. Fingers and hands into the floor, acting as a lever. Opening the opposite front of the shoulder. Relax the head. You can stay here if you need a little more. Lift that arm up into the sky. Maybe send it back. And begin to slowly transition. And then transition onto your back. If you'd like, you can get a bolster, place it under the knees, or you can put something under your head. Otherwise, we haven't had a full Shavasana yet on the floor. Find your body on the floor or supported somehow. Allow the legs to separate just a little and the arms to lay down a little bit farther away from the body. Draw the scapula up, back, and down. Relax the skull into the floor. Allow each little muscle in between the ribs to let go, to soften. Allow all the muscles around your eyes and lips and ears to soften. Allow the feet and the palms of the hands to soften. Allow the elbows to let go and the shoulders to melt, heavy, down towards the ground, letting go. You've been here for a little while, so now bring awareness back in again. Where are those tiny little subconscious holding areas that are still holding? What else can I let go? Maybe there's nothing else. Maybe you're totally, totally surrendered. As if not a cell of you had tension. As if every inch of you had no stress. Nothing to hold. Let go. Notice the mind and thoughts. And don't let them tug you out of the divinity of just being present. Say, thank you for sharing. You will be there when I finish. Right now, I have 2 more minutes of fully letting go and being present. Inhale through the nose 3 times. And exhale, make any kind of sound or sigh, allowing the lips to open on the exhale. Allowing the eyes to gently open, let in light. And then wiggle the buttocks, flexing the tissue. And then squeeze the hands and feet. And circle the joints. And then stretch like a cat. Just waking up. Bend the knees, plant the feet. If you'd like to, you can windshield wiper knees side to side. Otherwise, just pause. Come on to the side. And curl up just for a moment. Beginning to transition. Even here, what else can you soften? What else can you let go? Give yourself a hug. Celebrate yourself for spending a whole hour in your body today. Well done. See that top hand, press it into the ground and rise up into any seated position that feels good for just a moment. And then close the eyes and come back inside. Again, what else can you soften? This is a time for resilience. And to be truly resilient, we need to be also both flexible and gentle. What is something that you can soften around today, tonight, this morning, this week? What is one thing that needs your gentleness? If that feels confusing, look for the places and things that might be coming up in your life right now, today, that there is the I should before it. Choose one thing. What is something in your life today that needs some softening around? And once that thing comes to you, 3 exhales to soften the body one more time. Om Shanti, peace, peace, peace. Thank you. I'm so grateful. It's been an honor to be able to do this with you. So thank you.